Right, hello. We can see where this is going now, can't we? Well, like we couldn't before. Lockdown will end on blah blah blah, December 2nd, I think it is. And then everyone's in tier 2. Wow, so you're still in fucking lockdown, aren't you? Jesus. And then this will be reviewed every 14 days. Well, we've heard that before, haven't we? What was it, last March or whenever it was? A 3-week lockdown to flatten the curve. Yeah, March. Was it now? Nearly December. So actually they meant a 9-month lockdown to flatten the curve. Yeah, don't do this forever, guys. When that 14 days is up, they'll start changing things around. The ones in tier 3 will go into tier 2, and the ones in tier 2 will go into tier 3. Some might go into tier 1, blah blah. Another 2 weeks goes by, they'll change them all back again. They've just given themselves another 6 months of fucking material. And you're all sitting there like, well, it'll be over in 2 weeks. No, it fucking won't. It won't be over next fucking July. Unless, and management are largely to blame for this, okay, especially the bigger shops which aren't yet open on the high street, unless you'll stand up, take off your fucking masks, go back to work and behave as if everything is normal, okay? That's where it's at. Until that happens, it's never going to fucking end, right? And you don't have to speak to the police, you don't have to identify yourself to the police, yeah? What they do is they try and get you into a conversation so they can contract with you. And the next thing you know, you're in court being fined by a magistrate who's bought and paid for and doesn't give a fuck about the law. Because it's all about this, raising the fucking revenue. So, I can appreciate it would be difficult for owners of smaller businesses who have limited staff, etc. and so forth, but this is what needs to be done. One look at this channel will tell you I've gone up against them myself. Alright? Limited success, perhaps. Perhaps I've lost quite a lot. But that's not really the fucking point. You don't have to speak to the police. You don't have to stop for the police. Unless you've committed a criminal offence, all they can do is try and contract with you. Get you into a verbal contract, then get you down the courtroom, then you'll be found guilty. Because, my own experience, you're not allowed a legal defence. I was told by a Crown Court judge, Judge Enright, do not send evidence to this court. Do not speak to court employees. Do not contact the court. I was told by a so-called magistrate who was no doubt a council employee in a council tax hearing, well, told, it was intimated if I gave evidence I'd be sent to jail for that. They're all bent, guys. They're all fucking bent. Treat them with the same fucking disdain and hatred that they fucking treat you. Because until you do, until you start standing up to be counted, this'll never be fucking over.